Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Raihan Widia Kirana, and in this video, me and my friends will like to present our business case. Our project is about uh, online election system, which is basically an election that uh, occurs on the online system. S- Um, so and in my team there is Shiann Fuh as a system analyst, and Ardiansyah Fahri Pratama as a software engineer, and Akintunde Toyeeb as a presenter, and also me, Raihan as a project leader. S- um, so as we know, election is the process of the selecting people to fill the certain political position, such as the president, or the head of the government, or head of the company, and this method is being used by um, many different countries the the poor from the developing country until and and these days election become the primary tools that any government organization to use a political manner matters. For instance, in the U.S. general election in the United States, in is held every 2 years in November every year, or as and also in the UK, that country adapting election system to choose their leaders. Now the problem that for traditional election that they usually use is uh, the how they handling all the result of election to calculate all the result that might take 2 or 1 months, because their massive scale of election. Not to mention there are some unreliable aspect of this methodology of such as vulnerable to manipulation of the vote and unsecure vote form, which is why uh, this is the opportunity of our system to be uh, to trying to solve this problem.
Okay, good day everyone. Today I would like to introduce our system, which is online election system. So for the introduction, election is the process of selecting people to fill certain political positions. These positions are diverse, ranging from presidents, people's representatives, and various levels of government. So after the voting has been carried out, the counting process will be begins. The winner of the election is determined by the rules of the game or system, or determining the winners that have been previously agreed. What is the problem statement here is the problems appears when the government or organization handling all the result of the selection. To calculate all the results, we take 2 until 1 month if it is massive scale of election. Not to mention, there are some unreliable aspects of manual election, such as vulnerable to manipulation of vote and unsecure vote form. So I will introduce you about the MOV. MOV we have operational impact, which is social, strategy, operational, financial, and customer. So value for social, increase effectiveness of entertainment in social media. Time frame 14 months. Metric to increase views and apply it from 100 to 500 people views. Strategic is increase the value of existing online voting system among user. Increase number of users to use voting system as alternative method. Operational will be increase the software quality, increase production efficiency by adding teams work hour. Financial is increase the revenue and also term salary. Customer is can have more feature of their system that they want. For the alternative that I have been chosen for this one is actually the benefits, uh, the change of existing process. Alternative is change of existing process, which the application is easily installed in the system, essential for candidates to vote with required of data connection. Organization is decided to change the existing process into a systematic, organized, and efficient in order to increase speed of each phases and process every time users navigated to each steps, rather than letting candidates to queue up longer to wait, which consuming times and costs. For the benefits, goals, and measurement, so we will increase the market awareness, increase the profit margin, enhance the. For the benefits, goals, and measurement, so we will increase the market awareness, increase the profit margin, enhance the quality of the product. For customer, we will improve the customer satisfaction on how our system is being organized, can make them satisfied to utilizing the system. And also we have to train or practice our customers so that they could use our new technology to accept. For the cost and funding plan is the people salaries of project staff will be 1,800. The budgeted is yes, very budgeted. For physical, like fixed assets like building, before we want to build for our system, we have to organize for our organization in an equip material and also the buildings to let for staff and also manager to work together in our organizations. For the marketing, we will doing the promotion and also advertising the branding, which costs us until 500 in also budgeted. The next part is the issues. What the issues we are facing here is actually required capital expenditure funds have not been budgeted, which the resolution action will be request funding approval as part of this proposal. As other is required computer software is only at beta phase and has not yet been released into life. So what our resolution is to design solution based on current software version and adapt changes to solution once the final version of the software has been released. So other issue is regulatory approval must be sought to implement the final solution. Initiate the regulatory approval process early so that it does not delay the final rollout process as our resolution. So what for our assumption for analysis one regarding is change the existing process is actually there will be no legislative, business strategy or policy change during this project. Price of raw materials will not increase during the course of the project. Additional human resource will be available from the business to support this project. That's all. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Raihan Widia Kirana, and I'm going to present our alternative type 2. which is to implement e-voting system to adopt or adapt the system from other organizational areas in which this method could increase and improve the awareness of utilizing e-voting system. But the security is one of the awareness that there needs to be concerned among the organization and also the users to avoid being fraud, use, and information leakage that we have the analysis the requirement from the other organization areas. Other than that, system maintenance also significant can be also significant that should be scheduled among organization to avoid running errors or bugs toward users. In order to in order to adapt the system from other organization areas, we could gather what the important requirement and useful tips before delivering to the end of the product. So, be, so the benefits of by alternatives by using the alternative tool is from the financial perspective. We have a new basically in the financial category is basically the same as the alternative two, and for the operational category can be, we can obtain the benefits by to improve operational efficiency by 60%, and reduction in production time market by just 3 hours, and enhance the security of the product by 20%, and reduction in within just 2 days, and it is increasing the user friendliness by user by 20%. Uh, by the market perspective, there will be get the benefits by increasing security awareness by the market by 70%, and greater market share uh, by 30%. Uh, Also, additional competitive advantage because the new technology become trends towards the people who willing to use it. For the cost and funding plan, uh, the people will we plan for the cost of the people. Uh, the salary of the project staff is 1,800 per month, and the contractors, if we have a procurement, it will get the budgeted of 1,500, and training courses for our staff is we allocated the cost about 1,000. For the physicals things that we allocated for this project is for building premises for the project team. We allocated for about for 50,000 ringgits, and the equipment and the materials, uh, we allocated 25,000. Tools such as like computers, phones, and etc. will be we will allocate about 5,000. So the risk of the second alternative from the organization standpoint is the inability to recruit the skill resource, uh, because some of the some of the staff we might recruit is might be not capable to handling our uh, handling our task. the and But the likelihood is low, but the impact of our the result that will impact our project is very high. And we but to avoid that, we outsource the project to a company with the proven industry experience and the appropriately skilled staff. The the risk from the project standpoint itself is uh, the technology solution is unable to deliver the required result, uh, which is the goals of our project. The likelihood of this risk is medium, the impact but the impact of the project is high. To minimize the risk, we complete a pilot project to prove the technology solution will deliver the required results. And also, from the financial risk, we analyze that uh, the additional capital expenditure may be required in addition to that to be proved. The likelihood is medium, the and but the impact of the project, if the additional capital is needed, is and the impact of the project will be medium. But to avoid the risk, we maintain the strict cost management process during the project. Now, for the issues of the alternative, the second alternative, uh, we from the issues came from the risk itself, which is the for one of them is require capital expenditure funds that funds have not been budgeted. If the to the solution of the issue that particular issues will be request funding approval as the part of this proposal. From what the our analysis, our assumption about this uh, alternative, the second alternative, there will be no negative and business strategy for policy change during this project, and the cost of the implementation and software used is increased and consume more time, and the professional system analysis should be higher to analysis and gather information from the organization more relevant and logical.
Good day, madam. My name is Akintunde Toyeeb. I'm the presenter of this group, and I'll be talking about the re-engineering existing system. Our system is an old-style system that has been utilized some time ago until now. And now we are conducting a new trend technology system that are available to vote through online. To make the adding situation, function, requirement, everything easy, which increase the productivity and competence among other organization groups. And the analysis. We have the category, the benefits and the value. Benefit goals and measurement criteria. As you can see, is listed here. We have the financial, operational, market, customer, and staff. Under the benefits, it's as follow. And cost and funding. The table is the category, the people, physical, organization and extensional, the cost, value, and budget. Salary of project staff 1,800 ringgit, yes. Contractor slash outsourced parties 1,000. So this is there. And the next one we have the risk, creation and description weights, likelihood, impact, and migrate actions. And we have the issues, description, priority, and action, and the resolution action. For example, the last one, the lack of skills and knowledge towards new implementation knowledge, medium. The priority is medium. And this resolution action is hire a professional and skillful employee by getting their equipment in order to fulfill the job scope requirement. And lastly, we have the assumptions. Analysis 3, the assumption that there will be no legislative business strategy or policy changes during this project. And cost of implementation and software use is increased and consume more time. And the third one is professional system analysis is higher to analyze the gather information for the organization more relevant and logic. Thank you, ma'am.
Proposed recommendations. There are three alternatives which is used in this project and to get a successful system. The first is change existing process without investing in IT. The second one is adapt system from other organizational areas, and the last one is re-engineer existing system. Each of alternative strategies have advantages and disadvantages. From our analysis, we believe that our first alternative, which is a change existing process, is the best alternative among the others because the system will increase flexibility. All information can be ascertained the truth so that it can be used as a consideration by voters in determining their choices. It will increase organization and efficiency of the voting and also easily to install. And the last one is required funding and support. Required funding of system is 10,000 ringgit Malaysia based on an alternative one for starting the system, which is including total cost of ownership. So funding will be provided by stakeholders within the project in progress. The support of system will be tested by the staff of the company about the problems, solutions, and requirement needed. So the change that needed from the stakeholder and the staff will be made and get the approval for the change by the stakeholder so that it will fulfill the need of online election system development. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.